I'd like to introduce you to Dr. D products that we'll be using on the Yamaha 450. I chose the Dr. D exhaust. The standard exhaust is a really good exhaust when you're thinking about performance and how the bike runs. It's a very difficult exhaust to beat. Doug Dubach, the owner of Dr. D, he does a lot of testing for Yamaha, new model testing. So he knows the Yamahas about as good as anyone would in production trim and not modified, so he knows what the standard bike runs like. And that's what we're going to be starting with, is a standard 2015 Yamaha 450. So the Dubach pipe, I feel, is the best choice for us in this instance. We fit it with a bung on the head pipe. That is so we can run the electrical system that we're running from Pizzazz, the self-mapper. And I believe the Dubach system is going to be perfect and do exactly what we want for the bike. Now we're going to get to installing the Dr. D exhaust pipe. It's pretty simple, straightforward, so let's get to it. First, you're going to need to take off the exhaust side plate. 3 bolts hold it on. You'll need a tin T-handle, tin socket, whatever your choice of tool is. You want to loosen the muffler, and we're going to take this off. 3 bolts hold it on. Again, pretty simple, straightforward. You'll want to hang on to the muffler so it doesn't drop and bend anything. You want to slide the clamp forward so you don't take it with you when you're trying to pull the muffler and mid pipe off. You just slide it up onto the head pipe. Now you'll need to take the mid pipe clamp loose from the head pipe and the front pipe bracket that sits in front of the cylinder head. Everything so far is a tin and pretty simple. Now, taking this mid pipe off could be a little tricky sometimes. Need a little finesse. Don't force it. Just try different ways. Everyone has their own way. I just rotate it. Now I use a swivel on my tin socket that allows me to get in here a little bit easier. An extension, a swivel, and all you do is pop that onto your T-handle or ratchet. Now that you have your nuts off the back of the head that holds the head pipe on, you can just slowly slip the head pipe out, leaving the gasket on the back of the cylinder. You want to just leave that right in place. Now that you have the standard exhaust system taken off, you can start to install the Dr. D system. You have an exhaust flange here that rotates and floats freely, which allows easier install. So you want to put the head pipe in place. Now that you have the head pipe centered, you want to slip the flange onto the studs. Remember, the gasket's still on there, so you don't want to knock it off when you're trying to put this on. And if we can get the flange to line up, we will be off. There we go. Now we're going to start our nuts, and just to keep the head pipe in place and the flange centered, you just need about, just tighten them up snug, a few threads on. Next is to install this 90-degree
still working on your head pipe. You want to align the bracket up in front of the head. Next step is to put your bolt into the bracket, holding that 90-degree pipe in place. Don't tighten it all the way, just leave it snug. Get everything aligned later. Next is to put the muffler on. You just want to guide your muffler up to this 90-degree, the last piece we had put on. You want to support your head pipe when you're sliding this on. That way you don't misalign anything. Now you want to put your bolt in to the mid-pipe bracket. Now you want to finish tightening up your muffler. You have the lower bracket. We've already started the bolt in there. Give it a snug little, and tighten up your top muffler bracket. As you can see on the Dubach exhaust system, Dr. D exhaust system, that there are no clamps like the standards, so you can take the clamps off that were used on the standard exhaust and just keep them with your standard exhaust pipe. You might need them a little bit later. You might need the exhaust pipe a little bit later. Now you want to install your side plate. I always start just by lining it up, putting the middle bolt in, reinstall your seat bolt, not tighten it all the way, just make it snug, turn it off a little bit, and then put your bottom plate bolt in, and this one you can tighten it down. A little snug. Now move to the middle one, and your last, the seat bolt. As you can see, installing the Dr. D pipe is fairly simple and straightforward. You just need to make sure you get your exhaust aligned when you're putting it back on, and you don't get it kinked anywhere. It's simple, straightforward. Just make sure everything's tight, and you'll have your exhaust pipe on that quick too. Don't forget, there are 3 ways that you can order here at Chaparral. You can call our 800 number, which is 800-841-2960. Go to our website, shapmoto.com, or just come on into our store and you'll be able to order whatever you need.